Constance Shacklock, many happy returns of your double 40, and thank you very much for coming to talk to us.
Thank you very much. I've enjoyed it immensely. Thank you.
Constance Shacklock doing a top A, she tells me there, in Climb Every Mountain from the Sound of Music. Next on Classic FM we have Classical Gas with Johnny Black.
Turn it off, dear. Switch it off then.
Well, that was really something.
Well, you hadn't heard that, had you?
How can you possibly sing every night this so difficult aria? I don't understand. This is
Yes, and did you over 2,000 times?
which means that you had to warm up before the performance, or the voice just kept
Just
coming. Yes, it kept thing.
Yeah. Well, so there we are. 2,000 times, wasn't it?
And this is my professor. This is a great professor.
Oh, you're doing it now, are you? Oh, that's good, yes. Well, how many years did you study with me at the academy?
4.
4 years.
4.
Yes,
we were
4 years.
together. But I was coming and going.
Yes, because you were called up, if
Yes.
I remember, you were called up and you had to go back and do your
Yes.
national
Yes.
service.
Yes.
Yes.
That was not
And you
very
didn't
pleasant.
like it.
No.
I know. You didn't want to go at all.
No. But I had to. English opera with prestige in these early days?
Early
of
days
yours?
after the war, because there'd been no music for all those, for all the war years, and we were music starved, and we just felt what a wonderful opportunity to build our opera company, and
To be proud.
to be proud of our
of
own
having
yes,
flower.
done
flower,
something.
yes.
Yes,
And this is what we are trying. We are trying to do in my
Greece.
country, in Greece.
Yes, I know you are. Yes,
Because we had this mentality of everyone who should go abroad to make a career, and I think
why
that this
should
this is
you
what I
have
thought
good
so.
singers
Exactly.
the same as every
Yes,
country
exactly.
has their good singers,
yes.
and I think it's right that
Yes,
they should give
that we
their
should stay to our
own
country
English singers,
and,
their own singers
yes,
a chance.
Yes,
Then begin to interchange,
Of course.
but keep your own
yes.
opera
Keep
company.
your own pride and
Yes,
to
your own
your own
opera
people,
company.
your own.
Definitely.
Yes.
I feel very strongly that that's what one should do.
Then Covent Garden and the British audiences and public must be grateful to you that you really did this in your generation. All
Yes.
these singers.
Yes, and it was brought out very strongly 2 or 3 months ago when I had my double 40 birthday, as I call it, and Covent Garden gave me a
Can't believe that,
lovely
seeing you.
evening. A lovely evening. It was Fidelio, the opera,
Yes.
and
We have here the
and there was a lovely photograph in the
program
in the program, which was
celebrating.
my 80th birthday,
Yes.
and it was so
Yes.
exciting. I can't tell you.
Yes.
And I've had 2 letters from abroad from people
Yes.
with whom I'd lost touch completely, but their program had been some
They sent
relations
it.
or friends
Yes,
had seen
yes.
it and
And
sent
they
it
were
on
so
to them.
So happy.
Happy to have it.
Yes.
And that was actually taken when I gave a tribute to Dame Eva Turner
Yes.
on her 90th birthday. She was 90, and I gave a tribute, and that is actually in Covent Garden.
Well, you have sung in this.
I didn't sing, but I gave a tribute to her.
Yes.
I spoke about her,
Yes.
and
Well, this certainly is a great pleasure,
well, it's
and for all music people who love music and
well,
opera.
I didn't realise I was quite so much loved.
You didn't.
No,
You didn't.
no, I didn't realise.
But because you give so much love. This is why you are so much loved, and you are such a special. This is why I come all
the way from Greece to
Yes.
me to see me, bless
Yes.
you. You're always
Yes.
very welcome,
Yes.
Constantine.
and to
anytime.
brush up my technique, of course.
The technique, absolutely. Well, I'm sure you've got a good technique
Yes.
still, darling. Yes.
Yes, it's going better.
Well, you see, if you're doing it correctly, it just goes on blooming, and you never lose your voice. You know, and I still have a voice. I can still demonstrate, but I couldn't sustain now for longer because the muscles go. You know,
It's
the
a
energy.
matter of
It's energy.
all the time being there.
Yes,
as
if you
did
would
the
do it.
musical all the time. You did
Yes,
it for
yes.
6 years.
Well,
And then you
keep
kept-
doing it,
you
kept
kept
going,
doing it,
but
yes,
since
I
ever
know.
you stop.
Yes, you must. So we must never stop singing.
No, if you do, well, I mean, it's like a
Athlete.
professional tennis player. I mean, he gets to the stage when he's right at the tops. But if he stops practicing,
Yes.
he soon knows. The same with a runner.
Yes, but don't we sometimes need to have a little rest and have also a mental
Refresher.
Refresher. Yes.
Yes,
For
but
example,
just a
if
short break, dear. But
it-
not if you
not
left
the muscles,
off.
of
Not
course.
if you left
Yes.
off for 12 months.
No.
You jolly well know
Yes,
about it.
Yes.
Well, but you
I
have
know.
a rest, of course.
Yes. Well, I
Month's holiday does you good.
Yes, a little 3
Yes.
months of holiday, and then sometimes taking the score by mentally practicing the
Practicing
scores,
it, yes.
you know, in your mind,
In your mind, but you have
and
to.
hearing your sound before, because you told me, I remember, you know, after all these years,
You still
sometimes I hear things that I couldn't understand when I was younger,
But you do now.
and I do now. I can hear your something
Saying.
that you're saying, and now I understand. It means something now.
Means something to you now. Yes, I
and
do.
What I remember very much is that you said that before you attack a note, you must hear it, the sound. You said, and you were doing this gesture. You know,
Yeah.
you remember this? You did this,
Yes.
and at that time,
You didn't
I didn't
understand.
fully
Understand.
got into practice,
No.
but now it is so beautiful.
Yes, I know even now when I recall some of the things that my old teacher said. At the time I didn't understand it at all.
Yes.
But as I've gone through the profession, I thought,
Yes.
now that's what he meant, you know.
Yes.
And it's very interesting to look back and excuse me, and realise what a wise old darling he was. Yes, indeed.
But of course, to teach, did you had a special way of choosing your pupils, or how does one choose a person and decides to give so much of one's
Well, in the first
potential?
place, I didn't want to teach.
You didn't.
No,
Yes.
I thought I would have to be very honest with them, and if they haven't got a voice, I'd have to tell them point blank that they haven't got one.
Yes.
But then, as you begin teaching, you see
can discover
potential. You see
the voice.
potential in a person.
Yes.
You know pretty well from the beginning, in the first 2 or 3 months, whether the person's going to make it. It isn't just having a voice.
No.
You've got to have all the other things that go with it.
But when did you discover that you had a voice? How did you discover that you had a
How?
voice?
Well,
Yes.
when my mother said that I started very young, when I was about 5 years of age. She used to have to hide her best clothes because I'd go and dress up in them and go and sing and dance to the cabbages in the field, thinking they were my audience. So I started very young. But when I really found the voice, when I was about 16 or 17, and I belonged to a church, and we had a young people's guild, you know, the youngsters met every week, and we did about 3 concerts a year. And we did an Eastern concert, which I thoroughly enjoyed doing. It was lovely. And my mother made all the costumes. And then
But
it
you
was
didn't
the
have
gypsy concert.
But you didn't have singing lessons then.
No,
It was a natural
a
gift.
natural gift,
Yes.
yes. It was quite natural.
So you learned. You were an
Yes.
autodidact singer.
Yes,
Yes.
it was a natural thing with me.
Yes.
And then we did this gypsy concert. And as I say, I was to sing Herbert Oliver's Gypsy Springs. Spring's a happy gypsy coming down the hills, down the ways of April, selling daffodils. I started off Spring's Heart. Hardly anything came out. I was so terrified. And then when it came to happy, the release of the tension and
Yes.
the breath, this big voice came out that I'd never heard before.
Yes.
So I sang this very delicate gypsy song, double 40.
In performance.
In
In
yes.
the performance, in the actual performance,
Yes.
you
Okay.
experienced a new voice.
Absolutely. It came out double 40, and I sang it double 40 all the way through because I thought if I lose this, I'll never find it
Yes.
again.
Yes.
And it was then people began to say, this girl's got a voice.
Yes. And this happened because of the warmth of the public and of this interplay, or how? Because of the
No, I just
tension.
the tension. It released the tension
Yes.
when I sang happy.
Yes.
You see, the H released it,
Oh,
and
I
this
see. And the word and the meaning of the word.
the
Yes.
happy, you see,
Yes.
the H released
Yes.
all the tension,
Yes.
and this great big voice came out that I'd never heard before.
Yes.